Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma. Today we're doing something fun. I'm very excited. So I am making my first sweater. Everyone cheer, I know. I wanted to make this sweater last year for my birthday. And I ran out of time and it ended up being 80 degrees on my birthday. So that wasn't gonna work. And mind you, I'm wearing a tank top today. Like a week and a half ago, it was freezing. And today I was able to walk around with this in jeans. So don't ask me anything about the weather. I don't know. It's also January still. So we've got time before my birthday, but I wanted to get this out of the way because I just really wanted to do it. I'm excited. So I showed it real quickly in one of the intro clips, but if not, I'll insert the picture from what I made for my birthday last year. This was kind of like what I made instead of the sweater because I still wanted to have something with my name on it. But this year I want to make the sweater. I already bought the yarn last year and it just didn't work out, so this year is the sweater. Anyways, that is enough yapping in the intro because I've already gotten kind of far into it. I did the whole back panel and I'm already onto the second panel, the front panel I should say, for the sweater. I'm doing a super basic construction. I feel like in the past few months I've just been seeing people make sweaters, knit and crochet, that I feel like if I didn't already, I definitely have enough knowledge to make this sweater on my own. Like, I'm not following a pattern or anything, so hopefully it works out. Hopefully I don't jinx myself, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, like I said, this is kind of going fast because I did a good bulk of the boring stuff like off camera. So like I mentioned, I got the back panel done, and if you're like, that looks kind of large, I'm 5'9" and wear like an extra large in most things, and like oversized things I'll get a 2X. So I did the sizing of this based off like my favorite sweater. So that's what it's based off. And it's pretty loose, like the shoulder, like the panel, I guess, before the arms goes to like here on me. So it's pretty like baggy. So that's the back panel. And so now I just finished the front panel up to where the graph for my name starts. Before I talk about the graph though, I want to talk about this yarn really quick because I am loving it. Hello. Anyways, this yarn is Bernat Forever Fleece. Got it at Joann's, but you can get it on your Inspirations as well. I love this yarn. It's like, if you can tell, it's kind of like any other acrylic. It is acrylic, right? Before I start saying things. Polyester. I don't think those are technically the same thing, but whatever. If you look really closely and like unwind it a little bit, you can see like there's strands. Are y'all seeing the strands? But it's like felted together. Like if you just like look at it, like it doesn't look like several strands, which makes it really soft also. Like, it's great. So now for putting my name into the sweater, I'm doing like regular old color work changes. For the graph, not obviously, but I don't think there is one. I didn't even look if there's like a graph for the name Emma, so I just went on Stitch Fiddle and made one. If you don't know what Stitch Fiddle is, great tool. You have to like make an account, but it's free. There's like a paid version, but there is a free version. You just like need an email and a password, whatever. We'll put it below. But I like it. I've only used it for this, but you can also like put pictures into it and it'll like make a graph for you. It asks you like, are you doing crochet or knit? What stitches, what yarn? So that kind of thing. Very nice. So I just figured out how many stitches, because I'm not doing like all the way across the panel. So I figured out how many I'd be using, how many rows, and then I put it into here. So yeah, I have 10 videos queued on my YouTube right now to watch and kind of get through. I want to get through this front panel today. That might be a little ambitious, but it's only 5 o'clock and I don't have much else to do today. So hopefully I can do that and start the sleeves because I really want to. And I want this done by the end of the month, and it's the 28th. And I have other things I have one other thing to finish by the end of the month. But yeah. Color work time. Okay, some time has passed. Had to fill out my financial aid form for next year. But I'm halfway through the graph part, which means I'm honestly almost done with the whole front panel, that means I have 11 more rows. I think 11 more rows. This is what she looks like so far. Yeah, I know what you... E, that's the little tip of the M, and then that's the first line of the A part. Very, very excited. This, it's like kind of, I was gonna say wobbly. It looks kind of like that. That's just the way the double crochets are. There's not really anything I can do to fix that I know of, but it does not bother me that much. Please ignore what's going on with my hair. I need to be so honest and real and true. It's almost 10 o'clock and I have school tomorrow, and I'm not gonna go to bed. Well, first, I finished the front panel. I love it so much. I'm not gonna go to bed because little real moment here. My dog died yesterday, and last night I had a dream about her. So I'm trying to avoid that literally by not sleeping. I'll probably sleep eventually, but I figured the shorter amount, the better. Probably not for me tomorrow, but for me right now, that's like the way to go. And I'm also just really invested in this sweater, and I feel like I've got a good groove going here. My hands don't hurt yet. I've got YouTube all set. So that's what we're doing. Okay, I have a slight, I almost don't even want to say problem, but a slight hiccup. So I'm starting the sleeve, okay, and I lost my measuring tape, so I can't really measure it. But I'm just like holding it against the sleeve, and if you see here, it's like noticeably smaller than, there's like maybe an inch on the side here where it's shorter. It's like not as wide as my sweater sleeve, and I'm like, oh, I don't want the sleeve to be too small. But then when I put it up against my wrist, it's like, it's fine. So I think I'm just gonna keep going with the pattern that I'm doing because I don't want it to be too huge, and hopefully it just ends up looking okay. If not, I can always redo it, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so as you can see, I've done a big part of the sleeve. I have the tiniest issue though. I put it right here to line it up, right? And it's now meeting where this ends, but there's still like this whole part. And I don't know how big of a deal that's gonna be. I've been working exclusively with double crochet this entire project, and I don't really feel like straying from that too much. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is leave this last row of double crochet that I did, and because I think the body squares, they ended up a little longer, so like I think mine end up going like kind of to here. So I think I'm going to do a slight, like start with slip stitches and build up to a double crochet that hopefully it'll like even. For the most part, I hope it'll even out. And then whatever, if the sleeve ends up a little short, I know I can just add length in the ribbing. So that's like my backup plan. So my plan worked well enough. There's 62 stitches across, so I did 8. So I did 2 slip, 2 single crochet, 2 half, 2 double, and then treble crochet. That's this different stitch all the way, and then I repeated the last 8. And there's still spacing here, but like I said, I think my body square panel is a little bigger, so it's really gonna be fine. I think like I have it right lined up with this edge, and again, if it's too short, I'll just add a stitch or two to the ribbing. All right, it is 12:51, so we're officially into Monday, whatever, and we have a completed sleeve now. In a perfect world, it would have just been like a triangle and it wouldn't be the straight part, but I was not about to go back and like implement like single rows. I just increased till I felt like I needed it, and then I still ended up like having to increase more here, like this little, like this is double crochet just nothing, and then this has increases too. So like I really could have, I just don't care enough. It's gonna be under the arm. It's not that big of a deal to me. So that's one sleeve done. I am gonna take a little bit of a break and do some editing on my phone of my video that's already filmed, because I am not ready to go to sleep yet, but I do need to give my hands a break because I've been crocheting all day. To be honest, I've been crocheting all day. That's just how I decided to keep busy today. I guess not all day. I'd say since about like 3-ish. Yeah, 3-ish, and then it took about an hour to do financial aid. So it's been a while, but not like 12 hours straight. But yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of break. I have a snack to eat and some YouTube videos to watch, and then I'll come back probably when the second sleeve is done, to be honest, but we'll see. So it is Monday evening. It's 6:21, and it's time to put everything together and then add the ribbing. The plan is pretty simple. I've got to be really careful with how I sew the arms on because I don't want them to be crooked like on each side, but that's pretty much all I'm doing. I'm going to rewatch the first 7 episodes of Percy Jackson because the 8th and final episode comes out tomorrow, and I want to be refreshed. So I'm gonna watch 7 episodes of Percy Jackson. I can only hope I'm close to done after that, but I'm scared I'm not gonna be. I don't have work tomorrow, so that's a plus. But I am just kind of tired because I slept for a very few hours. So gonna try to get this done as quick as possible without literally murdering my hands. This kind of matches my skin tone in this lighting. Whatever. It's very boxy because I crochet so tightly. There's no changing that. But let me stand up. We're getting there. I wish it was longer. I don't know why it's not. But that's what ribbing is for. I'm gonna add like that much ribbing, I think. And add it on the sleeves and the top. The top is the only part I'm kind of like meh about, and I know it's because I didn't do any shaping. So hopefully just a little ribbing and stretching it out some will tighten that up. But this is very warm. This is very warm, so I'm going to take it off. I either am gonna be up all night or will not be finishing this tonight. I just finished having dinner. It's 8:15. I'm halfway through the 3rd episode of Percy Jackson, and I've got this much of the bottom ribbing done. Yay! Now, this is doing its job. Like, if you see it, like, see how it's like bunching up? It is having a bit more of like an exaggerated effect than the other project that I'm using the same technique on. It's having a bit more of a dramatic effect. I don't think it'll be like too tight, but it's definitely like the other thing that I'm making with this same ribbing kind of thing is it's just making it like straight down. It's not like tightening it at all, so that's a little weird, but I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm just gonna try to finish this. Okay, we made it like halfway through episode 6, and I did finish the bottom ribbing. This is how much yarn I have left. So, gonna have to stop at Joann's tomorrow, but the bottom, I'm gonna have to show it in better lighting. It looks so good. It looks so good. But I'm out of yarn for now, so I have to find something else to do tonight. And I guess I'll finish tomorrow, which I really wanted to finish tonight, but it's fine, I guess. So I was sitting here, and I was like, I feel like that's enough yarn for the neckline. It was. Again, hard to see because of this lighting, but I did the brim. I did the exact same thing as I did on the bottom, just up here. And would this sweater have benefited from like the tiniest bit of shaping? Sure. But I don't care. I do not care enough for that. It fits over my head, and that's what's most important. So now all I have to do tomorrow is the arm cuffs. Wow, that looks crazy. It's done. Look at this. Look at this. That's a sweater that says my name on it. Also, this ribbon goes crazy. I learned it from a paid pattern, so I'm not gonna talk about the ribbing, but I'll link the pattern. But oh my god, it needs to be steamed because I have very tight tension, so like here-ish looks kind of crazy. But I need to buy a steamer. So, I need to go on Amazon and buy a steamer and then steam it and then finish filming this video by next week, because that's when this video is supposed to go out. So, yeah, but I can't believe it's done. I love it. Now, is it cold enough for this sweater in Texas? Nope. No, it's not. It's actually kind of annoying because the beginning of January, because today is the 30th, but the beginning of January was freezing. And I mean like literally freezing, like we had a freeze. It was below 32 degrees. And now it's been in the 70s all week, and it's going to be in the 70s the rest of the week and also next, I think. And this is thick, warm yarn. So, sucks for me, yes. But, I don't know, hopefully we have another freeze. Otherwise, this has to literally wait around until next year. So that's fun. I finished this entire sweater except for the arm ribbing with the yarn that I had bought, but I had to buy another pink yarn to finish it. So now I have like a good amount of yarn left over. So just because I've been wanting to try out making one of those little ear warmers, I'm going to make one in for sure the white, but maybe also the pink, and then I'm just gonna destash the rest because that's the whole point of making these projects, is to destash my yarn. So yes, there's extra, but I've done the project, so the rest is getting destashed. And I'm not gonna show, well I might, If I do them in the next week, I'll show the ear warmer or whatever accessories I make with this yarn in this video. Otherwise, I'll post it eventually on Instagram. But yeah, that's the plan, is just like 1 or 2 accessories with the leftover yarn so it matches, and then destash. Hey guys, so it's been a few days and I did in fact make ear warmers. I made them literally the next day because I took the yarn to school, and I finished one of the ear warmers literally during my history lecture. So if you ever think about making them, they're very easy. You can do them in like less than an hour. It's exactly like what I wanted. Not exactly, I should say, because it's like kind of loose back here because I was like guesstimating how big I needed to make it. So then I made a smaller, like just slightly smaller in the pink, and the pink fits better, but I kind of sewed the knot part weird, so it's a little tall up here for my liking, but it does fit better. Like this part is like too tall, and then that's just because when I sewed it together, I didn't do it near the edge enough. It's still cute though, like I'm still gonna wear it and stuff, you know? But anyway, the last thing that I really needed to do for this video was steam my sweater, because it's polyester, so it's like, I don't think wet blocking really is going to do anything. I know that like for synthetic materials, people usually just steam block them. So I had to buy a steamer. I did buy a steamer. It's pink. At least it's supposed to be pink. But where's my address? Let me just block it. Pink. So yeah, I need to open. I hope this is easy to use because I'm not very good at like anything even a little techie, and I don't think a steamer counts as techie, but oh, it's so cute. Hold on. Sorry if you don't like the sound of styrofoam. Steamer. So, need to read the instructions and steam my sweater now. Okay, so I actually need to run some errands. I did finish steaming, and I'm just leaving it here to dry because I don't think it was even that wet, but I'm gonna let it completely air dry, run my errands, and then when I get back, we will hopefully try it on. Okay, finished product. It's still also, it's not completely dry, and I need to do this quickly because it's so hot in my room. And this is like a tiny bit damp. The humidity on my body is crazy. Anyways. Yeah. It's still the tiniest bit like stiff here. But I'm just gonna have to like deal with that. Because, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like bad because it's really warm. But it's just the thickness of the yarn, I think, is like, feels a little excessive. But it's warm and it's really cute. It's warm and it's really cute. So yeah, I will be taking this off immediately after I take a good picture and maybe make a TikTok. Ooh, I should try it on with my little thing. Okay, are y'all ready for this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god, these bangs. You're kidding. You're kidding. With the white. Okay, anyways, I got other stuff to do today. Thank you so much for watching. I had a blast, and I can't wait till it's cold for once. Cold again, I should say, probably in December. So I can wear this more. I'm super happy with it. So yeah, if you want to see more of me, go to Instagram, go to TikTok, go to Pinterest. They're all down below. Like and comment and subscribe. I'll be posting as much as possible. I'm trying to do weekly right now. Right now I kind of have the time for it, so we'll see if I can stick to that. Who knows? But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.